Hello and welcome to Always Tech. This is the short introduction to YAML course, which I have designed specially for the newcomers to cover the basics about the YAML. I'm DevOps professional trainer, and while providing the training on Docker's, Ansible, or Kubernetes, most of the students don't know about the YAML. So this course is specially designed to cover the basics about the YAML. So in this course, we will cover the introduction part. Then we will discuss the YAML data types, numeric types, strings, nulls, booleans, list arrays, dictionaries, and lastly, I will give you the difference between the list, where we will use the list, and where we will use the dictionaries. So first of all, about the introduction of the YAML. YAML is the ARM markup language. This is this data serialization language that has the steadily increased in the popularity over the last few years. This is the language which is often used as the format for the configuration files, especially if I will give you an example that like if you are creating the Docker Compose files or the Ansible playbooks or Kubernetes definition files, there you are extensively use the YAML. YAML is, as compared to other languages like XML, JSON, or other languages, YAML is very easy, and it's very human friendly language. So whenever we are having an other options, like sometimes we are having an option to use the JSON or the YAML, so I always prefer to use the YAML because YAML is very easy to understand and easy to use. The major thing about the YAML is the indentation. Otherwise this is very easy. So let's start and get some hands dirty. So first of all, we will discuss the data types of the YAML. So I have created and attached my YAML folder, which I have created in my laptop. I have connected with the Visual Studio, so we can create multiple files and understand what's the data types and how we will use and what's the main indentation format for the YAML. So for this example, I'm just creating the example.yaml file. So if you are using the Visual Studio and you are already installed the YAML extension, then it will help you to properly indentate and properly create any file, especially while you are working on the Docker or Kubernetes or Ansible playbooks. Then these extensions are very helpful. In a YAML file, first we will discuss about the comments. Comments begin with the pound sign or the hash sign. So for adding the comments, we just add the hash. They can appear after a document value or take up an entire line, like this is a full line comment in the YAML file. So this line is just used for adding the comments. So now we will start discussing the YAML data types. As first of all, you remember that in a YAML, while adding or creating a data, all of the data is adding in a key value pair. Like if we want to add anything, information, and this information is related to someone, like first name, Usman, and the second name is the Ahmed, and like I wanted to add the course name, the training course name is the YAML, anything, and the badge number of this training course is the 01. And I have added this in data just for the example. So in this YAML file, you can see that the first name, second name, course name, and the badge number, all of these things are the keys. And the values are the Usman, Ahmed, YAML, 01. These are the values. So in YAML, let me add the comment here. In YAML, you will create a data in key value pair. So this is the way how we can add the data in the YAML. So now we will discuss a few things, data types. First of all, we will start from the numeric types. So if I wanted to create the numeric type, just any key I wanted to add, like um, badge number, as I have written above. The 01 is the numeric. This is the numeric type, and this is the key of this numeric. And I wanted to add the course code, like 1122. This is the course code which I wanted to add. So these are the things how we can declare the numeric types in our YAML. So if we want to add any string, in our YAML file, then what we need to do to add the string, like for example, the first name, or first name is we can add the simple without any quotes. If we add anything with the space here, it will show that this is the string. Like if I wanted to add any comment, and this comment I need to use in a YAML file, like this is a normal string. So this is just a normal string which I'm creating and using somewhere else in the file. So this is the way how we can define the strings. In YAML, we have another data type, like we will have an opportunity to add nulls. You can enter the nulls in your file without the quotes. Like if you are using any value, like value is null, so you just need to add it, because YAML will understand. Sorry, YAML will understand this is the null value, and you can see that the color is changed about this null value. So this is the way how we can add the null. Null is the empty. This is the value. It's just defining the empty key. Okay, so now if we wanted to add any booleans, then we have an opportunity or have a way to add it, like show. If we want to show anything, then we can just add the true, or disable, or anything false, or any value with which value you want to set the key as the false or true. Then we can add the true or false in it. Then it will show you how you can. I'm just showing you how you can define the true or false in the YAML file, and you will use it. So now I will tell you the most important part in the YAML, and we are mostly using this thing. These are the arrays, array or the list. Let me add the comment here, array or the list. How we can create or add the array or the list in the YAML. Like for example, I'm creating a list of multiple values. Like I'm creating the list of animals, and like dog, cat, sorry, cat, like cow. These are the lists. As you should remember that every list in the YAML will start from the hash sign. Whenever you are creating the list of multiple values, then you should add the hyphen or the minus sign with it. Like I wanted to add the courses. Like I'm creating a list of courses: AWS, DevOps, YAML, or I wanted to add Linux or anything. This is just for that. So these are the lists. These are the arrays. So the second important and most important part in the YAML is the dictionaries. The usage of the dictionary in the YAML is very frequent. So while creating a dictionaries, let me add the comment with it. dictionary. So while creating a dictionary, you can, a dictionary is just let me just first explain what is the meaning of dictionary. Dictionary is a set of properties grouped together under an item. Like if you want to add few things about in a list, in a specific item, this is the item, which we are creating a list or array. And if I wanted to add more information about this item, then I can add it in the list. Like for example, I'm creating a calories information, or the information about the how much calories we have in an apple, how much we have the carbs in an apple, or how much fat we have in an apple. So we can create a dictionary about this item. This is the item. Like for example, I'm not writing the calories and the carbs information correctly. This is just for the example. Like I'm just creating the 30-gram carbs and the 3 or 0.3 gram fat. So this is the information which I'm adding just for the items. Like for example, I'm just using this course here. I'm creating a I'm having a list, or I'm just having an item. I'm using the item about the AWS. I'm creating and adding the information like services, how many services we have approximately. If I will add the 200 services, and the security, like I'm just adding the security information, true or anything. We can add the Boolean and the numeric or the string values against in the dictionary. This is the way how we can add the information up against the items. So now I will tell you about how and where we will use the dictionaries and the lists. How we can use the combination of the dictionary and list. For example, I'm just adding the information about the books, and I'm having a multiple list values like AWS solution architect associate related information, about the AWS solution architect professional related information. So I wanted to add some more information about this item in a single information list. So I'm adding more information like the services we are covering in the solution architect associate. Like for example, we are covering the 30 services, hands-on labs information, like we are covering the 25 hands-on labs, or we are creating more information about the quizzes or anything. So I can add multiple values against this list. And you can see that if I will add more information, same information against this is I think it's giving me the error about the indentation, because mostly it's very sensitive about the indentation. Okay, so I think I'm missing the column here, so that's why it's giving me an error. So while creating or defining the list, we have to specify it properly, and the indentation is the most important key part while working on the YAML, because I think the most challenging part in the YAML is just the indentation. Otherwise, this is very easy. So and the second thing, we should first understand where we are creating the list and where we are using the dictionaries. So this is the way we can add it. So for example, I'm just adding the information about the services as well. the services. Okay, this is the mistake which I have done, not intentionally, but this is the way I think which I can explain how this will impact. For example, this is the list, and you know that this is the list, and I'm creating and defining the key value pairs about this list, information about the list. But whenever we added the space here, it means that this information is related to the service. It means that I'm creating the or adding this information against this service. It's this make the child of the service. But we are not adding the information related to the service. So you should make the proper indentation so it will add the information about this list, not against the service. So you have to make sure that you will add the proper information. Like I'm just adding more changing the values. Just okay. So this is the way how we can use the dictionaries and the list in a same file, or in a same somewhere where we need it. So now I will tell you another example, like whenever where we will use the dictionaries in the dictionaries. Sometimes we need to use the dictionary in dictionary. So for this example, for example, I'm adding the information about few developers, and this is the information about the developers. And the name of the developer I will write there, the job, what's the role. I think job role is better. Job underscore better word. Skills I will add. So for example, I'm adding any person name Martin or anyone. The job role is the developer, front end or back end or anywhere, anything. It's not the thing. And whenever we add, if we have a single skill, then we can just add it here, like Python. Is a single skill. This is the way how we can add the information. But if this person is having a multiple skills, then we can create another list of skills inside this. We can add more information like Python. If this developer is having a skill, um, Python, Perl, or the Java, or anything. So this is the way how we can add the or create a dictionary about, because this is the information. This is the information about this developer, and this developer is having a skill of the Python, Perl, and the Java. So this is the way how we can add the dictionaries inside the dictionaries. And lastly, I will explain how we can create and combine all of this information. Like I'm creating a list of developers. I'm just creating a list of developers. This is here you can see that I'm just adding the developers information, single developer information. But whenever we have a multiple developers, like the developers, I'm creating a developers information. Like first we have Martin developer. Second, for example, we have the developer name John or Smith or Jeff. So for example, these are the developers which I wanted to add the information against these developers. So for this information, you can see that first of all, I will add the column with it. And now I will add the information of these developers, like the name is the Martin, and the job role is the front end developer. Skills, if he's having a multiple skills, then we can add it like this. Or if anyone is having a single skill, then we can add it in the as a string. So now I'm adding the another information about the John. So first of all, I will add the column with it. Let me add the column with all of these. And now I will copy and paste this information like this. For example, it's just having a Python experience, then we can add it in the list or in a single value. And now I'm adding the same information against the Smith and same information about the Jeff. So I'm just telling you how you can create and the list of the developers. You can create a list of developers and how you can create and define um, the dictionaries inside the list. First of all, you have created the list of developers, and now you are adding the information about this developer. So these are the combination where we are using the list and dictionaries. Sorry, lastly, you can notice that it's giving the error, and whenever I hover on this error, and you can see that it's saying that the map keys must be unique. It means that I already defined a map, so it's expecting the unique value. So I'm just, if I'm adding the 0, 1, and you can see that the error will be removed. So you can, if because I'm currently I'm using the single YAML file, so that's why it's we have to make sure the duplicate values are not there. So this is the short and quick introduction about the YAML. So you can easily understand what and where we will use the numerical values, where we will use and how we will use the strings, how we will use the null values, how we will use the Boolean values, and where we will use the list, and where we will use the dictionaries, and where we will use the combination of the list and dictionaries. So this is the way how you can write it. Now you will easily understand, and you will create the Ansible playbooks, Kubernetes definition files, or the Docker Compose YAML file. Thank you so much. Please like this video, comment if you have any question, and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.